Welcome back to 1111 with Chaga Tea. I'm Fiona Barrett. I'm a health coach and creator of Supernatural Lipstick, and today we're really excited to share with you the power of a child's act of kindness. And Roberta, tell us more about that.
I will. Thank you, Fiona. Yes, I'm Roberta Chadis, and I'm the author of Good Boy Jesse, and we're very excited today to have Debra Crosby, who I consider a local icon here in Salem. But I think we'll start off with you telling us a little bit about you and your dad. It would be really, really great for our audience to know.
Well,
thank you.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you, both of you, for having me on as a guest. I'm very excited about your show and your audience.
Thank you.
My dad, Dave Maynard, who's the late Dave Maynard, was on broadcast television for 30 years and on radio for 40 plus years. He was one of the first hosts of a televised talent show called Community Auditions. It was a New England television show before America's Got Talent. And he had a radio show on WBZ for a long time as well. Had a huge following. And not only was he well liked, he always used his fame to make a difference in the world. So I kind of grew up with being inspired by that. So he's my hero, and I hope I can light a match to what my dad did. Yeah,
I think you're already
I think
doing
you are.
that. For sure. For sure. Should we roll right into why you're here today?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the documentary film that will be dedicated to Jackie Evancho. So
Yeah.
the relationship should be clarified. The story of the relationship. I was producing a television show called Debra Crosby's Talent Quest TV show, following my dad's footsteps. It was on broadcast television to a home audience of 2.5 million people on Sunday mornings at 11, same day and time as my dad's show. We had folks who would travel a great distance to be on the show, to have this opportunity. And Jackie Evancho, at the time she was 9 years old, traveled all the way up from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to be on the show. And we had her on the show 3 different times, and we built a relationship with the family. And she went on to great fame on America's Got Talent, and now she's America's sweetheart and singing sensation. And everyone who hears her sing adores her. But not only is she talented, she comes from really good people, salt of the earth. She and her family knew that I also do humanitarian work in Africa, and we're doing a fundraiser to help outfit this school of 2,000 children with a computer lab. And Jackie Evancho made a donation of her America's Got Talent backstage pass signed and a signed CD. Now there's only 3 of those in existence. And we raised significant funds to outfit this school with a computer lab. That computer lab had a monstrous effect on the children's lives because they had no computers, and now they have computers. More children excelled in the English language national exams than they had in the entire history of the school when it started in 1970. So Jackie Evancho, this one little kid who had one act of kindness, had a positive impact on thousands of people's lives. So the documentary film is going to tell this story of, acts of kindness. And we're going to tell specific children's lives. For example, there's this one young woman I met. Her name is Miriam. And Miriam was originally from Togo. Her area was in civil war. She came home from school one day and her entire village had been burnt to the ground. Of what that means. She lost her parents and all her siblings. But she had heard about this school in Senegal called the IDEC school, and she knew they had a special mission of specifically educating girls. And she walked from Togo to Senegal to get to the IDEC school. That's like walking from Massachusetts to Maine. Right? So I met Miriam and I interviewed Miriam. And clearly she had gone through a loss, but she wasn't angry, she wasn't resentful, and she didn't want to retaliate, which was so remarkable to me. I felt like I was in the presence of an Oprah Winfrey or a Nelson Mandela.
It takes a lot of strength.
Well, at 16 years old. And so we have stories like that. And so here's Jackie Evancho, who never met these children. And she just did it because it was a good thing to do. So we want to tell that story. In meeting some of the Jackie Evancho fans, I have found that she inspires people to become better people. I just keep being I'm awestruck by the divine providence and the grace and the generosity of spirit that are coming from the Jackie Evancho fans. So this is really an appeal to anyone who is interested in the story of acts of kindness, and how one simple act of kindness can have a positive impact on people's lives.
This is a wonderful inspiration for our viewers as well, because you may have thought of doing something that seemed so simple and seemed so insignificant, and it can make a big change, a huge change in someone's life.
Yeah, even the television show right now can have a positive impact on people's lives. You know, that's what you're doing. That's your motivation.
And that's why we're here.
The beauty of your message today, for me as well, is a child helping other children, creating a global community around that act of kindness. That's very powerful.
It's a beautiful thought.
Yeah, yes. The reverberations of acts of kindness that I personally keep experiencing specifically with the Jackie Evancho fans. There is something about Jackie Evancho and her spirit, her essence, that lifts people up to her higher way of being, a higher way of thinking. She is so joy-filled, and she is such a vessel of love and bliss, and it's very powerful to be in her presence. As I think about when you have two guitars next to each other and you pluck the string C in one guitar, the other string C in the other guitar that was not touched will just start vibrating. And then, but she's also filled with this joy, and that vibration through music, I think, touches people in a really powerful way and lifts them and inspires them to act, acts of kindness.
And how great that you mentioned her parents and how they've been integral in supporting her gift.
When Jackie sings, she always dedicates a song to her mother, and she says, "My mom let me be who I am." So she started singing at a very young age. I think she was only 6 or 8 years old, where she actually saw the Phantom of the Opera and came home singing. And she wanted to go on to do more. Yeah.
Oh, what a joy to even have a little touch to Jackie through you.
Yeah.
It's very, I can feel the inspiration sitting right here.
Yes. And what a great message to nurture the gifts in ourselves and in others, and know that we are powerful and that we can all make a difference if we so choose.
One little thing, just by going to get a cup of coffee and say, I'm buying an extra cup of coffee for the next person who comes in who may not be
paying it forward.
May not be able to afford it. Little things like that. There's a parking meter. You walk by a parking meter, it's almost going to go. You put an extra coin in so they don't get a ticket. Those little things are fun to do. The documentary film is called Jackie's Gift, because not only is she gifted as a child, but the gift that she gave, but it's also the gift that keeps reverberating in terms of acts of kindness. And we will be starting a campaign, fundraising campaign, so it can be professionally produced and beautifully done, and with really high goals of putting into some major festivals. Sundance would be one of them, actually. I don't know if
we would like to come and watch you there.
We would.
All right, let's do that. Let's
Definitely.
do
I
that.
think we should toast some Chaga Tea to that.
All right. Toast to Chaga Tea, to Sundance, and Jackie's Gift.
Absolutely, and to having Debra Crosby on our
Yes.
show.
Thank you,
so
Deborah.
much.
You were lovely.
What a great
Really.
message.
Press the easy button here. You're a wonderful guest. I mean,
Yes, we are the guests
you know
on
what?
the show.
You made me feel so welcome.